Gio's journey, from struggle to speaking, a migrant story. Hello, my name is Gio, and this is my true story. I'm from the Philippines. Back home, I knew a few English words, but when I moved to Australia for work, I realized it was not enough. This is my journey from feeling lost to finally speaking with confidence. Let me tell you how it all started. Part 1. Arriving in a new world. When I arrived in Australia, everything felt different. The weather, the culture, the way people acted, the way they spoke. But the hardest part? The language. I thought I knew English, but I couldn't understand what people were saying. Their accents were fast. They used slang. They spoke quickly. In the first 3 months, I felt like I was on a different planet. I remember going to the grocery store. Someone asked, "How you going?" I froze. I didn't know what that meant. Sometimes, I just smiled and nodded, even when I didn't understand. I felt lonely. I missed home. I missed hearing Tagalog, but deep down, I knew I had to adapt. Part 2. Looking for hope. I lived in a small room. After work, I sat in silence. I thought, will I ever feel at home here? Then one night, I watched a YouTube video. It was about a man who learned English by talking to himself every day. That gave me hope. If he could do it, maybe I could too. I made a simple plan. Listen to English podcasts while walking, shadow English speakers on YouTube, practice speaking 10 minutes every day, keep a diary in English. I stuck notes on the wall, speak, listen, learn. It became my mission. Part 3. First small victories. At work, I tried to speak. Sometimes I said the wrong thing. People looked confused. But one day, I said, "I'll carry that for you." My coworker smiled. "Thanks, mate." That one smile gave me courage. I kept going. I recorded myself speaking English at night. It sounded strange at first. But after a few weeks, I heard improvement. I started to enjoy learning. Every word was a new tool. Every sentence, a small victory. At home, I practiced tongue twisters, just for fun. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. It made me laugh, but also improved my pronunciation. Even my dreams started to include English phrases. Part 4. A conversation that changed me. One afternoon, I went to a small canteen during my break. While waiting for my food, I met a Filipino man. He was friendly and spoke clearly. He told me he worked in a different company nearby. He was already a resident in Australia and had been living here for almost 15 years. We started chatting. I shared how difficult English felt for me. I told him I often felt lost and shy to speak. He nodded and said, "I understand." I felt exactly the same when I was new here. My first 2 or 3 years were really tough too. Then he gave me advice. Just keep going. Don't stop trying. You're already better than you think. His words stayed with me. It felt good to be understood, especially by someone from my own country. That short conversation gave me big encouragement. It reminded me I was not alone. Later that week, he introduced me to a Filipino community group. They met every Sunday. We spoke in both Tagalog and English. It helped me gain confidence in both languages. Part 5. A year of learning. After 1 year of working and learning, something changed in me. I could understand more. Not everything, but more. I could order food. I could ask for help. I could talk to coworkers. I also made a friend from Sri Lanka. We spoke only in English. We helped each other improve. Every mistake I made became a lesson. Sometimes I would laugh at myself. Sometimes I felt frustrated. But I always reminded myself, this is part of the journey. That year, I joined free online speaking clubs. At first I only listened. Then I introduced myself. It felt like winning a gold medal. Part 6. Making English a daily habit. English became part of my life, not just for work, but for everything. I listened to English affirmations in the morning. At night, I wrote my thoughts, even just 5 lines. I changed my phone to English. I read food labels. I watched short English clips before bed. I made flashcards of new words. I carried them in my pocket. On the bus or during breaks, I reviewed them. English became my friend, not a subject, not a fear, but a tool to grow. Part 7. Moments that changed me. At the market one day, an older man looked confused. He asked, "Do you know where I can find ginger?" Before, I would have stayed silent. But that day, I smiled and said, "Just over there, near the vegetables." We had a small conversation, nothing big, but I felt proud. Another time, I helped a lost tourist. She was looking for the train station. I gave directions, in English. At work, a customer came to sell scrap. He didn't know how to label the items. I patiently helped him separate everything and explained each one. He smiled and said, "Thank you. Now I understand everything." Later, my supervisor said, "You're really good with people." These moments meant everything to me. They were proof I was growing. Part 8. Finding my voice. Today, I still make mistakes, but now I speak with confidence. I talk to customers. I help new workers, just like I once needed help. I even teach them simple English phrases. We laugh together. They thank me for helping. Part 9. Message to learners. To anyone learning English now, to those who feel shy, scared, or lost, I want to say this: you are not alone. We all start somewhere. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need a big vocabulary. You just need courage. Start small, speak a little, think in English. You can do it. You don't have to go fast. You just have to keep going. If I can do it, so can you. Even if it takes time, progress will come. Part 10. Closing thoughts. Learning English was not just about speaking. It was about finding myself. It was about being brave when I was afraid. It was about connecting with others. Sometimes I still feel nervous, but now I know how to push through it. Wherever you are in your journey, keep going, don't stop. You are growing even on the quiet days. Outro. Thank you for listening to my story. If this gave you hope or helped you in any way, please like, comment, and subscribe to Speakish English. Together, we will grow. Together, we will speak with confidence. And remember, you are stronger than your fear, and your voice deserves to be heard. Thank you. I'm Gio, and this is my English journey.